way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, Drake. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep to return it is Lucky Whitehead. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They begin with for Powell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney, hurry up. Here we go.
Here's Powell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney, set.
Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They run with Powell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Darnold. Complete outright to Kurz. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run it now. Out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the 50, it's Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Fighting through. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And just shutting him off there. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Hey, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for it all. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill throwing again. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They come out here in the eye. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Jamal Adams, the #1 pick a year ago, there on the coverage. That's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Tannehill. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, Instead, they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession. Second down, here's Crowell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Four down, check.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Wolford's got it, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So now here come the Dolphins. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And there's a nice catch by Mike Gesicki, the rookie out of Penn State. And partner, you saw him when you were covering Big Ten football. He didn't block very many people, but that's not what they asked him to do. They asked him to go downfield and catch the balls we just saw there.
Yeah, absolutely right, and he can do it with the best of them.
And how about him in his high school video? Did you ever see any of that with him dunking basketballs and spiking volleyballs? His athletic ability is off the charts. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They run it with Balaj. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. Devontae Parker. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Over.
Powell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Balaj. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now.
Now Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 38. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you put in the back 7 on defense.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The shotgun snap for Donald. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking. Wait.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Parker, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
20.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And he fully stills, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here we go. Wait. Go, veer.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Able to shake him off. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Tannehill on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To the air again, Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. It's caught. Stills right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Tannehill now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Again, Tannehill. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. His throw incomplete. Macklin, the man he was looking for, and now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Throw left side complete. That's Powell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Roquan McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Under pressure, they got him again. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Parker. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Let's go, let's go. We are.
Now it's Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
58, boy, 58.
Tannehill hands to Drake. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Whitehead, the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Watch it now, Barney.
They go again with Powell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Leopard!
On first down, Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This quarterback now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Back to throw, Darnold. Right there, the first NFL touchdown pass for Sam Darnold.
And he's got to absolutely be sky high right now. The first touchdown pass in the NFL. The first of what should be many, many more. The 57 of them in 2 seasons as a starter at USC. None as sweet as that one right there for Sam Darnold. Hello, NFL. I'm here.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Going deep here for Stills. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he's a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Throwing on third downs, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jets. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Donald now to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Gun! 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 No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
They go play action here on first down. And it's Jermaine Curse. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On the counter, it's Corral. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. There's going to be a course over the middle. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Leopard!
To throw is Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, Looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. You got to think this is likely four-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Robert Quinn coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now to try the Jets field goal, Cairo Santos. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in. Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney! Over!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Corral. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now it's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Clive Walford, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. Shave 2 more points off the deficit. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is by Beamer Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Tannehill now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Run. Let's go. 80. Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Going deep here for Parker. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Tannehill throwing again. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. Complete outright to Kurtz. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Having that arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And they'll run it here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Crowell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And out come the Dolphins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tannehill. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Throwing now, Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Miami, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.